Chapter 1. Okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's only a visa bill. It's a piece of paper, a few numbers. I mean, just how scary can a few numbers be? I stare out of the office window at a bus driving down Oxford Street, willing myself to open the white envelope sitting on my cluttered desk. It's only a piece of paper, I tell myself for the 1,000th time. And I'm not stupid, am I? I know exactly how much this visa bill will be. Sort of. Roughly. It'll be about £200, 300 maybe, yes, maybe 300, 350 max. I casually close my eyes and start to tot up. There was that suit in Jigsaw, and there was dinner with Suze at Quaglino's, and there was that gorgeous red and yellow rug. The rug was £200, come to think of it, but it was definitely worth every penny. Everyone's admired it, or at least Suze has. And the Jigsaw suit was on sale, 30% off, so that was actually saving money. I open my eyes and reach for the bill. As my fingers hit the paper, I remember new contact lenses. £95, quite a lot. But, I mean, I had to get those, didn't I? What am I supposed to do, walk around in a blur? And I had to buy some new solutions and a cute case and some hypoallergenic eyeliner, so that takes it up to 400? At the desk next door to mine, Claire Edwards looks up from her post. She's sorting all her letters into neat piles, just like she does every morning. She puts rubber bands round them and puts labels on them saying things like, "Answer immediately," and "Not urgent but respond." I loathe Claire Edwards. "Okay, Becky," she says. "Fine," I say lightly, "just reading a letter." I reach gaily into the envelope, but my fingers don't quite pull out the bill. They remain clutched around it while my mind is seized, as it is every month, by my secret dream. Do you want to know about my secret dream? It's based on a story I once read in the newspaper about a mix-up at a bank. I loved this story so much I cut it out and stuck it onto my wardrobe door. 2 credit card bills were sent to the wrong people, and, get this, each person paid the wrong bill without realizing. They paid off each other's bills without even checking them. And ever since I read that story, my secret dream has been that the same thing will happen to me. Some dotty old woman in Cornwall will be sent my humongous bill and will pay it without even looking at it. And I'll be sent her bill for 3 tins of cat food at 59p each, which, naturally, I'll pay without question. Fair's fair, after all. A smile is plastered over my face as I gaze out of the window. I'm convinced that this month it'll happen. My secret dream is about to come true. But when I eventually pull the bill out of the envelope, goaded by Claire's curious gaze, my smile falters, then disappears. Something hot is blocking my throat. I think it could be panic. The page is black with type. A series of familiar names rushes past my eyes like a mini shopping mall. I try to take them in, but they're moving too fast. Thornton's, I managed to glimpse. Thornton's chocolates? What the hell was I doing in Thornton's chocolates? I'm supposed to be on a diet. This bill can't be right. This can't be me. I can't possibly have spent all this money. Don't panic, I yell internally. The key is not to panic. Just read each entry slowly, one by one. I take a deep breath and force myself to focus calmly, starting at the top. W.H. Smith. Well, that's okay, everyone needs stationery. Boots. Ditto. Specsavers. Essential. Oddbins. Bottle of wine. Essential. R. Price. R. Price? Oh yes, the new Charlatans album. Well, I had to have that, didn't I? Bella Pasta. Supper with Caitlin. Oddbins. Bottle of wine. Essential. Esso. Petrol doesn't count. Quaglino's. Expensive, but it was a one-off. Pret-a-manger. That time I ran out of cash. Odd bins. Bottle of wine, essential. Rugs to riches. What? Oh yes, the rug. Stupid rug. La Senza. Sexy underwear for date with James. Agent provocateur. Even sexier underwear for date with James. Ha. Like I needed it. Body Shop. That skin brusher thing, which I must use. Next. Fairly boring white shirt, but it was in the sale. Millets. I stop in my tracks. Millets. I never go into Millets. What the hell would I be doing in Millets? I stare at the statement in puzzlement, wrinkling my brow and trying to think. And then, suddenly, the truth dawns on me. It's obvious. Someone else has been using my card. Oh my God. I, Rebecca Bloomwood, have been the victim of a crime. Now it all makes sense. Some criminals pinched my credit card and forged my signature. Who knows where else they've used it? No wonder my statement's so black with figures. Someone's gone on a spending spree round London with my card, and they thought they would just get away with it. But how have they managed it? I scrabble in my bag for my purse, open it, and there's my Visa card, staring up at me. I take it out and gaze at it. Someone must have pinched it from my purse, used it, and then put it back. It must be someone I know. Oh my God. Who? I look suspiciously round the office. Whoever it is isn't very bright. Using my card at Millets. It's almost laughable. As if I'd ever shop there. I've never even been into Millets, I say aloud. Yes, you have, says Claire. What? I turn to her, not particularly pleased to be interrupted. No, I haven't. You bought Michael's leaving present from Millets, didn't you? I stare at her and feel my smile disappear. Oh, bugger. Of course. The blue anorak for Michael, the blue sodding anorak from Millets. When Michael, our deputy editor, left 3 weeks ago, I volunteered to buy his present. I took the brown envelope full of coins and notes into the shop and picked out an anorak. Take it from me, he's that kind of guy. And at the last minute, now I remember, I decided to pay on credit and keep all the handy cash for myself. I can vividly remember fishing out the £4 or £5 notes and carefully putting them in my wallet, sorting out the pound coins and putting them in my coin compartment, and pouring the rest of the drossy change into the bottom of my bag. Oh good, I remember thinking, I won't have to go to the cash point. I'd thought that 60 quid would last me for weeks. So what happened to it? I can't have just spent 60 quid without realising it, can I? Why are you asking, anyway? Says Claire, and she leans forward. I can see her beady little X-ray eyes gleaming behind her specs. She knows I'm looking at my Visa bill. No reason, I say, briskly turning to the second page of my statement. But I've been put off my stride. Instead of doing what I normally do, look at the minimum payment required and ignore the total completely, I find myself staring straight at the bottom figure. £949.63 in clear black and white. I stare at it silently for 30 seconds, then stuff the bill back into the envelope. I honestly feel, at the moment, as though this piece of paper has nothing to do with me. Perhaps, if I carelessly let it drop down on the floor behind my computer, it will disappear. The cleaners will sweep it up, and I can claim I never got it. They can't charge me for a bill I never received. Can they? I'm already composing a letter in my head. Dear Managing Director of Visa, your letter has confused me. What bill are you talking about precisely? I never received any bill from your company. I did not care for your tone and should warn you. I am writing to Anne Robinson of Watchdog. Or I could always move abroad. Becky? My head jerks up and I see Claire staring at me. Have you finished the piece on Lloyd's? Nearly. I lie. As she's watching me, I feel forced to summon it up on my computer screen, just to show willing. But she's still bloody watching me. Savers can benefit from instant access, I type onto the screen, copying directly from a press release in front of me. The account is also offering tiered rates of interest for those investing more than £5,000. I type a full stop, take a sip of coffee, and turn to the second page of the press release. This is what I do, by the way. I'm a journalist on a financial magazine. I'm paid to tell other people how to organise their money. Of course, it's not the career I always wanted. No one who writes about personal finance ever meant to do it. People tell you they fell into personal finance. They're lying. What they mean is they couldn't get a job writing about anything more interesting. They mean they applied for jobs on The Times and The Express and Marie Claire and Vogue and GQ and Loaded, and all they got back was piss off. So they started applying to Metalwork Monthly and Cheesemakers Gazette and What Investment Plan? And they were taken on as the crappiest editorial assistant possible on no money whatsoever and were grateful. And they've stayed on writing about metal or cheese or savings ever since. Because that's all they know. I myself started on the catchily titled Personal Investment Periodical. I learned how to copy out a press release and nod at press conferences and ask questions that sounded as though I knew what I was talking about. After a year and a half, believe it or not, I was headhunted to successful saving. Of course, I still know nothing about finance. People at the bus stop know more about finance than me. School children know more than me. I've been doing this job for 3 years now, and I'm still expecting someone to catch me out. That afternoon, Philip the editor calls my name, and I jump in fright. "Rebecca," he says, "a word." And he beckons me over to his desk. His voice seems lower all of a sudden, almost conspiratorial, and he's smiling at me, as though he's about to give me a piece of good news. Oh my God, I think. Promotion! It must be. He knows it's unfair I earn less than Claire, so he's going to promote me to her level, or even above. And he's telling me discreetly so Claire won't get jealous. A wide smile plasters itself over my face, and I get up and walk the 3 yards or so to his desk, trying to stay calm, but already planning what I'll buy with my pay rise. I'll get that swirly coat and whistles. And some black high-heeled boots from pied-à-terre. Maybe I'll go on holiday. And I'll pay off that blasted visa bill once and for all. I feel buoyant with relief. I knew everything would be okay. "Rebecca," he's thrusting a card at me. "I can't make this press conference," he says, "but it could be quite interesting. Will you go? It's at Brandon Communications." I can feel my elated expression falling off my face like jelly. He's not promoting me. I'm not getting a pay rise. I feel betrayed. Why did he smile at me like that? He must have known he was lifting my hopes. Callous bastard. "Something wrong?" inquires Philip. "No," I mutter, but I can't bring myself to smile. In front of me, my new swirly coat and high-heeled boots are disappearing into a puddle, like the Wicked Witch of the West. No promotion. Just a press conference about... I glance at the card. About a new unit trust. How could anyone possibly describe that as interesting? "You can write it up for the news," says Philip. "Okay," I say, shrugging, and walk away.